From the Hurricanes, we have Coach Rod Brind'Amour. Please raise your hand if you have a question for Rod. We'll start with Mark.
Rod, when your team has lost 2 games like this, but has played well enough to win both of those games, how do you approach that as a coach? Do you tell them just keep at it and we'll get our wins, or do you have to change things?
Both. Both. I mean, you certainly don't want to change some of the stuff, but you have to find a way to get it in the net. I mean, that's the end of the day. So, I mean, there's obviously things we can be better at, but you don't want to be. You got to, like you said, your first statement is it was good enough to win too, and it was. I mean, it could have easily gone that way, and if we'd wanted to, you wouldn't even be asking me that question. So you have to be careful not to try to blow everything up and think that it's not working. But we do obviously, we'll tweak things here and there, but we come this far, we're not going to be, suddenly changing our game.
Front right, Tom.
You won't have the matchups there, but what can you do better against Barkov, and what has he done so well?
He's just capitalized when he's had a chance. I think we've actually done a pretty good job overall. If you're watching the game, shift after shift after shift, it's just a couple of mistakes here or there, and then that's the difference with the elite players is, game one he gets open in the slot for a second, and that's that game. And then last night, kind of again, he just goes to net. It really was the defenseman made a heck of a play to find him, and he's not going to miss too many of those. So I think elite players, when you give them a little bit of space, they're going to make you pay. I don't think it's been a dominant, like if you actually look at it the other way, the grade A chances against on that line, we've done pretty well. It's just we haven't been able to score.
Left side, second row.
Rod, has there been any consideration for maybe tweaks to any of the lines to maybe try to find a spark on offense a little bit?
Well, we kind of did. We changed the lineup a little bit. Again, I look at the overall game. I mean, Jordan Lyon had a ton of chances. Again, if you're not getting chances, you have to tweak things. You really got to, if you're getting 0 opportunities, then things aren't working. But, their goalie's been great, and you got to give them all the credit in the world. And, you don't just change, like I said, to change things. If we're not getting opportunities, I have to look at everything. But I kind of like some of the things that we've done. And do we change the lines? Maybe, but I don't know if that's going to do anything, create more chances, if you follow me.
Right, two sort of lineup questions. I mean, I assume you consider putting Freddie back in for Game 3 and the first. Is that something that's under consideration?
Yeah, we would go either way. That's where we're at now. We're in good shape. I think Rance was great. That was definitely the right move for us, just based on the wear and tear with Freddie there that night before, and just the history of those two guys. It was set up perfect, and now we can go either way with them. I think both guys are, equally rested and ready, and that's certainly not our issue here at all.
And the other one was you put McKenzie in looking for some energy, and you did get it from him and inches away from, setting up the second goal. When you put a guy like that in, that's what you're hoping to get. What's the reaction as a coach when you do get it?
I should have done it in Game 1, right? Like, you're right. Like, that's the thing about this series right there. You just said it. There's an inch there, an inch in the other game, and we're having a totally different conversation, which that's why you have to, as a coach, you have to just, okay, hold on here. Let's take a minute here, look at everything from that perspective. What if we're up 2-0, are you looking at any changes? We're talking about mixing it? Probably not at all. And we're talking about a play here, an inch there, and an inch there, and it's totally flipped. So I liked what we did. That change was great. Mac was great. Probably should have played him more. Probably look to do that more in the next game because he brought a lot of energy.
We'll take one more question, front left, Chip.
Rod, you said there were a couple of things that you could do better. Just what's at the top of that list?
Well, we get a power play in both games near the end of the game. Got to score. Got to score. I mean, one was in overtime. One we had with 6 minutes left or 4 minutes left. I mean, it was at the end of the game. That's your chance. I mean, that's what's going on here. You're grind. Create something until you can get your opportunity, and that's now you got 2 minutes of you got to make it pay. And we had some good looks. I mean, Ghost has a one-timer from 30 feet out and blasted and missed the net. Okay, there's your chance. And Jarvie the night before off the bar, there's your chance. But you got to put them in. Right? I mean, at the end of the day, that's close doesn't count at this time of year.